Hello, and today will be the second lecture of this course, and we will take initial two lectures to understand what is meant by simple C programming. We will assume that most of us have done some programming in a language which need not necessarily be a C language, so we will utilize some time to just get acquainted with the constructs of C language. And C language is a language which provides a large number of facilities to the programmer, a large number of high level facilities for data structuring as well as programming methodology, as we discussed in the first class. And today we will see some of the simple constructs. Later on we will move into the more sophisticated and complex constructs of C language. So today will be an introduction to C language, which we shall see by running certain example programs which are there on the computer. I will assume that you are aware of some programming language, and therefore we will just take a set of graded examples so that we go through how to do each and every aspect of programming in C. So let's go and see what happens. We will be executing it on the HP machine out here, and we will see how to some examples. The first example that we will see is this. So a C programming language will have a main function declaration. Okay, so this is unlike other languages like Fortran, where you do not require to name the main function or the main program. In C you have to call it main. The arguments which can be given here are certain arguments which we shall see later, and we shall leave them blank for the time being. Now here we include a file, and this is a library which is the input-output library of C. Now C has got a huge set of libraries, and along with C language you have an input-output library which is called the standard io.h. So we call it in short stdio.h, and for all our input and output programs we use this stdio.h. So we include it in our programs. C is a block structured language, and in every block can be defined by these braces. This is one brace, and this is the brace which is the opening brace is here, and the corresponding closing brace is here. And we will see the concept of blocks. Every main program must have a block. So here we define a block for the main program, and inside this block we have a sequence of statements. So this is the structure of a simple C program. Now in this example we just print something. So the print function is called printf. This prints into the standard output if you don't give any other arguments. You can also use file printing functions which are also available. We shall come to it later on. Now in a print statement, whatever text item has to be printed will be given within these quotes. This is one quote, and this is the ending quote here. So within the quotes, whatever you want to get printed will have to be printed. And other than here we have written our first try. So we want to print our first try, and this \n is a control sequence into the print statement. This control sequence means here \n means new line. So after printing our first try, it will give a new line. So let us see how this program works. So when we run it, it gives our first try. Now we could have put another \, here and here. Then what would happen is that after printing R, it would give a new line and then print first try in the next line. So if we execute this, here I am compiling the program with the CC compiler. CC is the compiler, and it creates a .a.out file which is executable. So this a.out file has to run, and you will see our is now printed first, our, and then first try in the next two lines. if we look at our program again, we will see there are several other than this \n, you can give other constructs. One of them is t, which gives a tab. So if you give \t, it will give you a tab between hour and first. To see how this executes, hour, and then there is a gap for tabbing, and then first try. So this is a simple program which just prints something, and hopefully we will be using this print statement again and again. So the first thing in any programming language is to write and read. So here we have learnt how to write in C. Now we will see the next is how to write out the value of a variable. So let us take the second program. Here we are going to write down the value of a variable n. So we have again included stdio.h. We have got a main program within curly braces, and here we are using a variable called n. Now this variable has to be declared, unlike Fortran, where depending on how the variable is named, the type of the variable is assumed, and there is a default type, though you can also declare a type of a variable. In C language, you have to declare the types of each and every variable.